I, Cindy Francis Friedman,
do solemnly swear
that
that I will support the Constitution of the United States.
I will support the Constitution of the United States.
Congratulations. Ladies and gentlemen, the Senator, the Honorable Senator, Cindy Friedman of Middlesex.
Thank you. Thank you very much. Thank you. Thank you. And thank you, President Rosenberg, and also thank you to all my new colleagues for your incredibly warm welcome. As I told my supporters on the night of the election, it takes a village to raise a child, but it takes a district to raise a senator. Or at least people who live throughout the district who are caring, courageous, smart, committed, and positive, and know how to have a good time. And that pretty much describes my campaign team, who I credit for getting me to this place. What we were able to accomplish in 10 weeks was nothing short of amazing, and I need to spend a bit of time acknowledging that. First, I need to say a very special thanks to the Donnelly family, Judy, Ryan, Keith, and Brenna. Without their encouragement and support, I simply would not be here today. I want to thank my exceptional co-chairs, Brenna Donnelly and Jay Kaufman, who were always gracious and available and willing to help at the drop of a hat, which they did often. My wonderful campaign leads, Deborah Brown and Clarissa Rowe, who provided unwavering support and understanding and an even hand over productive chaos. To Carl Nilsson, Chelsea Willett, and Carly Wagner, who developed and implemented a field plan that was absolutely perfect from conception to implementation. To Jason Cotty and Michael Goldman, who provided perspective and kept me laughing. To our wonderful, wonderful campaign manager, Jess Lieberman, who we threw into this deep end of this whirling, churning pool and asked her to learn how to swim, and she did. We had a top-notch lit team led by Catherine Gandick-Tai, who produced 10 pieces of first-class literature in 10 weeks and got every piece out on time. To Eric Helmuth, Noah Slafer, and Christina Gaffney, who did a brilliant job with our technology, website, and social media and taught us old dogs a thing or two along the way. Dave and Steph Swanson can turn a questionnaire around on a dime if any of you need help. Brian Rarick truly is a data guru and helped us target exactly who we needed to get our vote out. Lisa Padula's fundraising prowess and ability to get a very reluctant candidate to make cold calls is becoming legendary, especially the last part. And to the amazing volunteers who didn't stop calling or door knocking regardless of 95-degree days, torrential downpour, kids' field days, graduations, sports banquets, or long-planned family vacations. Over 230 people volunteered over 8 weeks. And I want to acknowledge my wonderful family, my kids Matt, Sheila, Tim, Rory, and Abe, grandchildren Declan and Oliver, and my sisters and brother-in-law Jane, Lee, and David, and to my wonderful brother Steve. And I know we both wish our dad was here, because he absolutely loved this stuff. And last and finally, to my husband, John. Without him, I could not do this. His encouragement and belief in me was unwavering. I am very lucky to be married to a man for the last 36 years who really does believe that a woman's role is whatever she wants it to be. talks the talk and walks the walk on women's equality, and I trust and depend on his keen sense of right and wrong, his moral compass, without question. I know I will continue to need it, I'm sure. Thank you, sweetie. So, here I am, standing in a place I never thought in a million years I would be standing. And I am excited, humbled, and heartbroken to be here. Excited to continue work that means so much to me. Excited to represent the great people of the 4th Middlesex District. Excited to work in Massachusetts so that it continues to be an innovative state and a great place to live for everyone. I am humbled by the faith so many have put in me to be their representative in the Senate. And I am heartbroken because this path was open to me at the expense of losing one of my dearest friends. A tireless champion of the voiceless, Ken Donnelly's kindness, caring, courage, and integrity went to the core of his very being. Nobody believed more in the fundamental goodness of people. Nobody knew how to fight harder and think smarter when a worthy cause presented itself or someone was in need. And he did it without ever making the fight personal or losing sight of the humanity of the opponent on the other side of the argument. He was one of a kind, and working with him for the past 9 years was not only my favorite job, but doing so has made me a far better person. I deeply miss him, especially standing here today in this place among all of you. I can't fill his shoes or take his place, but as a state senator, I promise to work as hard and to represent the core beliefs that reflected Ken and his life that we shared. That we are responsible for each other, that our security and well-being depends as much on those around us being safe and secure as any wealth or power we may accumulate. That everyone should have a solid roof over their heads and equal economic opportunities that will allow them to adequately provide for themselves and their families. That everyone should have access to great and affordable health care and an education that will allow them to succeed and that they can afford. That we are responsible for leaving a clean world to our children and our grandchildren, and that everyone deserves to be safe in their communities and to be respected for who they are, no matter who they are. These are values that will guide me. I will not be perfect, and I will make mistakes along the way. But this is a job well worth doing, and I know with the support and encouragement of my family, friends, constituents, and colleagues, I am ready for the challenge. Thank you so much.